Yo guys, what's up? It's me, Muhammad, aka your friendly Pakistani neighbor. Okay guys, so today's video is gonna be about pet peeves. For those who don't know what pet peeve is, it's basically things that others do that annoys you or irritates you. So the first pet peeve that I'm going to talk about is basically customers treating people who work in the service industry, specifically waiters, like shit. For those who didn't know, I used to work for almost a year in a local fast food chain in Rawalpindi. People who do that are the absolute scum of the world. They're scumbags. And there's no excuse for it. Like, you can always guess a character of a person by the way how he treats people in the service industry, specifically waiters. The next pet peeve that I'm going to talk about is people who take pictures of their food and then complain when the food gets cold. Like, almost every day there would be at least one customer who does that. Their order will be served and they will just start taking pictures of it to upload it to their Snapchat or Instagram, whatever. And 10 or 15 minutes later, when they're about to eat their food, they realize that their food is cold and that they will call the manager and complain that their food is cold. The third pet peeve that I'm going to talk about is people who literally come into the restaurant 5 minutes before closing time. And for those of you who have been working in the restaurant field as a waiter or whatnot, you guys will agree with me that when that shit happens, it is annoying. Like, one time what happened is my shift was about to end. Like, I work in the night shift, okay? And the closing time is around 1 a.m., right? To get a better picture of the situation, I'm gonna tell you my daily routine at that time. What I would do is get up 10 a.m. in the morning, eat my breakfast, get ready, and I would take an hour bus drive to my university, right? And I would finish my classes around 5 p.m. and from there I would take an hour bus ride back home. And I won't go back home actually, I would go straight to work because my shift starts at around 6 p.m. So my shift is around 7 hours, okay? So 1 a.m. it's closing time. I'm tired. I want to go home. I want to get something to eat, right? And I want to go to bed. And these people, like literally 5 minutes before closing time, they would barge in and they would literally demand to be served. Like, we would explain to them that it will take at least 15 to 20 minutes for their order to get ready, right? And it's already closing time, but they wouldn't care. The next pet peeve of mine that I'm going to talk about is people who try to cut in line. How much of a self-entitled prick you have to be to think that your time is worth more than all of ours. The next pet peeve that I'm going to talk about is people using your stuff without your permission. Like, I would literally leave my phone on the table for a minute to get a glass of water, and I would come back and see this dude like using my phone, reading my private messages. Speaking of mobile phones, the next pet peeve that I'm going to talk about is when people use their phones while sitting in a group. Because what you're literally trying to say is that we are not worth your time and your time is being wasted sitting with us. And honestly, that's disrespectful. And last but not least, when kids are being obnoxious little brats in public and their parents do literally nothing about it. And sometimes these parents have the audacity to defend their kids. One time what happened is that I was taking public transportation, riding the bus from my university back home. And there was this kid who was sitting right in front of me, and he was being an obnoxious little brat. And you know, I didn't want it to be disrespectful. I know he's just a kid, he's doing kid stuff, he's trying to have fun. But you know, I was tired and I was sleepy and I was a bit irritated. So you know, I politely tried to tell him that, you know, knock it off. And literally this kid turns around, looks at me in the eye, and he spits on my face. So what I did next is I looked at his mother and I told her politely that your son spat on my face, and she had the audacity to reply that he's just a kid, he's trying to explore the world. And then she had the audacity to defend that demon spawn and blame me for harassing her child. Like, literally, I was so done with it. I told the driver to stop the bus right there and then, I just got off the bus. I couldn't take it anymore. So yeah, guys, those were my top pet peeves, and I would like to know if you guys have any pet peeves, so leave them down in the comment section below and I would love to read them. Anyways, that's all from my side. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.